Have you ever looked at your mother's face and realized she was smiling, but her eyes were tired? Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. The kind of tired that comes from giving too much of herself and never asking for anything back. This is a story about a mother who always said, "I'm fine," and a daughter who finally learned that love isn't just something you feel. Love is something you notice. Her name was Mina. She was not famous. She wasn't rich. She didn't have a glamorous job. But in her daughter's world, she was everything. Every morning, Mina woke up before the sun. The house would still be quiet, the sky still dark, and while the rest of the world slept, she moved like a shadow through the kitchen. Boiling water, packing lunch, folding uniforms. Her hands were always busy. Even when she sat down, her mind was still working. Bills, groceries, school fees, laundry, cleaning, cooking. Her daughter, Lena, used to think that mothers were simply built like that. Like machines. Like they didn't need rest. Because every time Lena asked, "Mom, are you okay?" Mina always smiled and said, "Of course, I'm okay, sweetheart." And the smile looked warm. So Lena believed it, but there were things Lena didn't notice. Not because she didn't love her mother, but because she was young. She didn't notice how her mother's shoulders drooped at night. She didn't notice how her mother rubbed her knees when she thought no one was watching. She didn't notice that her mother stopped buying new clothes years ago, yet always found money for Lena's school shoes. She didn't notice that Mina's hands were cracked and dry, because she used dish soap more than lotion. And most of all, Lena didn't notice how her mother's smile had changed. It still looked kind, but it didn't look light anymore. It looked like a smile that was carrying something heavy. One rainy afternoon, Lena came home from school earlier than usual. The hallway was quiet. The living room lights were off. She expected her mother to be in the kitchen, but instead, she found her sitting on the couch. Not sleeping, not watching TV, just sitting there, staring at nothing. Her face looked pale. Her eyes looked distant. And then Lena saw it. A tear. One single tear running down her mother's cheek. Lena froze. Her mother was crying. But she wasn't making any sound. She was trying to cry silently, as if even her sadness had to be quiet. Lena stepped forward slowly. "Mom?" Mina quickly wiped her face and forced a smile. "Oh, sweetheart, you're home early." Lena's voice trembled. "Mom, why are you crying?" Mina laughed softly, the kind of laugh people use to hide pain. "I'm not crying, it's just dust in my eye." But Lena knew. There was no dust. There was only exhaustion. A lifetime of it. Lena sat down beside her mother. She didn't say anything at first. She just held her mother's hand. Mina's hand felt rough, dry, cold. Lena suddenly remembered something. A teacher once said in class, "Sometimes, the strongest people are the ones who smile the most." Lena looked at her mother's face. And for the first time, she realized her mother's smile was not happiness. It was survival. Lena swallowed hard. "Mom, when was the last time you rested?" Mina blinked. The question caught her off guard. She hesitated, then smiled again. "I rest all the time." Lena shook her head. "No, Mom, you don't." Mina tried to speak, but Lena continued, her voice cracking. "You always say you're fine. You always say you don't need anything. You always say you're okay." She looked down, tears forming. "But I think you're tired of being strong." Mina's eyes widened. Her lips trembled. And her smile disappeared. For the first time in years, she didn't pretend. Mina took a deep breath. And when she spoke, her voice was softer than Lena had ever heard. "I didn't want you to worry." She looked at her daughter like she was seeing her for the first time. "I thought, if I kept smiling, you would feel safe." She laughed quietly, but her voice broke. "I didn't want you to see how hard life is. Lena felt her heart squeeze. Mina continued. When you were little, I promised myself something. I promised I would never let you feel poor. I promised you would never feel like you didn't belong. I promised you would always have what other kids had. Even if it meant she didn't. She wiped her eyes again. I thought this is what a good mother does. She looked away, ashamed. But sometimes. Her voice dropped. Sometimes I feel like I'm disappearing. Lena held her mother's hand tighter. Mina whispered. I'm tired, Lena. And those words hit Lena harder than any scream ever could. Because it wasn't just tiredness. It was loneliness. The loneliness of being needed by everyone. But taken care of by no one. Lena stood up suddenly. Mina looked confused. Where are you going? Lena wiped her tears quickly. I'll be right back. She ran into her room. She opened her drawer and pulled out a small envelope. Inside were a few bills. Money Lena had saved secretly for months. Not for anything important. Just for snacks. Small things. She returned and placed the envelope into her mother's hands. Mina stared at it. What is this? Lena sat down again, her voice gentle but firm. It's for you. Mina immediately shook her head. No, sweetheart, save it for yourself. Lena's eyes filled again. Mom, please. You always give me everything. You never let me buy you anything. You never let me take care of you. Her voice broke. But I want to. Mina opened her mouth to protest. But Lena whispered. You always tell me I'm your world. Well? Lena held her mother's face in her hands. You are mine too. Mina froze. Her eyes widened, and her lips trembled again. And then, she cried. This time, she didn't hide it. She didn't pretend. She just cried like a mother who had been holding her breath for years. And Lena hugged her. Like she was holding the most precious thing in the universe. That night, Lena cooked dinner. It wasn't perfect. The rice was slightly burnt. The soup was too salty. But Mina ate it slowly. As if it was the best meal she had ever tasted. Because it wasn't about the food. It was about the feeling. For the first time, someone was serving her. After dinner, Lena cleaned the dishes. Mina tried to stand up. But Lena stopped her. No, Mom. Tonight, you rest. Mina sat back down. And for a moment, she looked like she didn't know what to do with herself. Like resting felt unfamiliar. Like peace felt strange. Lena sat beside her and said quietly, Mom, you don't always have to smile. Mina looked at her daughter. Lena continued, you don't always have to be strong. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to feel weak. You're allowed to be human. Mina stared at her daughter. And her eyes softened. Then she smiled. But this time, it wasn't the tired smile Lena had always seen. This smile was real. It was lighter. It was a smile that said, maybe I don't have to carry everything alone anymore. Years passed. Lena grew up. She got a job. She became independent. And she never forgot that day. She never forgot the quiet tear. The silent cry. The tired smile. One evening, Lena came home from work. She found her mother sitting by the window. Mina was older now. Her hair had gray strands. Her hands had wrinkles. But her eyes still carried the same warmth. Lena walked over and placed a warm cup of tea beside her. Mina looked up and smiled. Thank you, sweetheart. Lena sat down beside her. And for a moment, she felt like a child again. Then Lena whispered, Mom, do you remember when you used to say you were fine? Mina chuckled. Yes. Lena smiled softly. You don't say it as much anymore. Mina looked at her. Her voice was calm. Because now, I don't have to pretend. She reached out and held Lena's hand. I raised you to be strong. But I didn't expect. She smiled. I didn't expect you to become my strength too. Some mothers will never ask for help. Not because they don't need it. But because they think love means sacrifice. They think being a good mother means never complaining, never resting, never breaking. But here's the truth. Your mother doesn't need expensive gifts. She doesn't need grand surprises. Sometimes, all she needs is for you to notice, to look at her face and ask, "Are you really okay?" To hold her hand, to say, "Rest now, I've got this." Because one day, you'll miss her tired smile, and you'll realize the strongest love in your life was the one that kept giving, even when it had nothing left. So if your mother is still here, if she's still waking up early, still cooking, still worrying, still smiling, please, don't wait for regret to teach you gratitude. Go hug her. Go thank her. And remind her gently that she doesn't have to carry everything alone. Because a mother's smile should never be tired forever. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video and comment below. Thank you, Mom. Because maybe someone out there needs to read those words today. Don't forget to subscribe for more emotional stories like this. And until next time, take care of the people who took care of you first.